includes theme music. Hello out there in the realms of the living. Welcome to Thrones of Game. If you have never called this podcast before, well, let me explain it for you there, friend. I am BT Calloway. I've watched Game of Thrones from the beginning to end. However, joining me is Elliot Jay O'Neill. Elliot is the only man on this planet to have watched Game of Thrones backwards. That's right, with him, we have started with the final episode. We are moving our way back. Elliot, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. I'm full of Chinese food.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. You know what isn't a good feeling? This episode, but we'll get to that. This is Season 7, Episode 6, Beyond the Wall. This episode sucks!
Well, not to editorialize, and, I'm not as experienced as many Game of Thrones watchers, but yeah, man, this episode sucked.
Like, I only kind of... I remember watching this the first time through and being lukewarm on it, but this time around, no, this is the all is lost moment. We should have known. But hey, before we dive into that fully, let's just ask ourselves, what just happened?
Oh, man, a lot of walking and talking, and then we cut to other characters who are sitting and talking.
Yep.
And then there's a very big cold action sequence at the end.
Yeah, which wasn't easy to watch during winter, because it's like, yeah, I am cold. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, this is the one where they just get stuck on a lake for like 10 years, and then you watch, and then... Okay, it has one upside. We'll get to that eventually, but let's, dive into our little bit of questions here. What do you think was like a standout positive for this? What was an MVP for this episode?
Okay. I actually really think Callusface brought it in this one. What's his actual name? I feel mean calling him Callusface.
Sandor Clegane or just the Hound?
The Hound. Okay, yeah. I can remember that.
Everyone calls him the Hound. He was like, the royal family's lapdog / executioner thing. Got called the Hound. I'm not entirely sure why, to be perfectly honest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's just either that or Sandor Clegane, if you like.
All right. Well, Sandy Klingon, I thought he did a very good job in this episode. I thought, I'm trying to say the best in all these conversational moments, because I actually didn't know if you were enjoying them or not, but I found this a fucking slog. But, pick out the good parts. I thought Sandy Boy did a lot of heavy lifting.
He did. He had some good back and forth with Tormund Giantsbane, where they both realize they talk about Brienne of Tarth, and the Hound has some history with her. And not history. They fought, and
I know. Well, I found out in the second to last episode that she has not got history with anybody.
Yeah. No. We. Much like later episodes where we have these big weird reunions which almost have a theme to the reunion, this one has like a reunion of people who screwed each other over.
Oh, okay.
Because like Jorah Mormont is all like, your father was going to have me killed, John. He's like, yep, totes was. And then, Gendry is also talking to the fire dudes, the followers of the Lords of Light, going, you sold me to the Red Woman. She was put leeches on my nude body and shit. And they're like, well, you're not dead. Waka waka.
Quit bitching, you little bitch, and all that, yeah.
Yeah, but to really talk about what these guys were talking as they were trudging through the frozen snow, we have to go to our brand new segment, Cock Talk.
Zip.
We only need a boing.
Yeah.
So they basically walk around. I was like, how do you keep your balls from freezing off? And he's all like, walking's good. Fighting's better. Fucking's best.
You can really build a song out of that.
Yeah. Walking's good. Fighting's better. Fucking's best. Yeah, it really sings itself, and it's short. I like that. Make a good, like Irish thrash song or something. Call the Dropkick Murphys. We'll figure something out. And the other bit I had for this is, again, Tormund and Sandor are kind of chatting away, and Tormund's being his usual kind of obnoxious but kind of fun self. And Sandor, the Hound's being all, I'm grumpy and my face is all melted.
Oh, it's the two types of uncle right there.
Yeah, pretty much. Wow, which one am I going to be in the future? That'd be fun. I mean, my face is still intact, but this time. The Hound's all, why don't you go suck my dick? And he's like, dick, I don't know this word. It means cock. Dick. I like it. Oh, I bet you do.
Yep. See, they're the two types of uncles. They're giving each other a ribbing. They're making dick jokes. It's great.
It's fun. But that's all I had for Cock Talk. Was there any other bits I missed? I can't remember.
Well, no, because, we don't even have a nudity segment for this episode either.
Yeah, I have no notes because there's no nudity. I even drew boobs in my notebook this time. Just going to cross them out. That's sad.
I mean, we had a little bit of chestless Jon Snow, but, that thing was cut up and bruised and pale and cold, and there was nothing sexy about that.
Yeah, it's weird. They're like trying to stave off his hypothermia, so they undress him and leave him shirtless for Daenerys to glare at him sexily. I did write down John Bod Snowy. Yes.
Mm.
Man, I'm going to point out my kind of best moments from this is probably all the Arya versus Sansa stuff.
That she was my runner-up for MVP, where I was because I haven't seen this dark side of Arya, and I'm like, ooh, hello.
Yeah, it's a little left field, but it's also earned. She's got this letter that Sansa wrote way back in like season 2 or something like that, under duress, but still. And you kind of think, okay, maybe this is, we know finger ends up all Pez dispensed.
Yeah.
But at this point, it was like, they're not going to go, no, they wouldn't. Oh, shit, they might. Ooh.
I'm going to remember he's called Littlefinger now as well, because, like, even in this episode, the way he's sort of, like, not bitching, but questioning, airing on bitching, trying to build suspicion, whatever.
Oh, yeah, he's totally part of the mean of girls.
But, yeah, I can associate Littlefinger with him now, because, like, I imagine him the whole time just holding a little thing of tea with his little pinky up. As, you didn't hear it from me, but...
But, well, you won't believe who was talking about you behind the lockers the other day.
Yep.
Yeah, but they have some good dialogue there. Like, they've got this whole fear makes people do unfortunate things, and so does anger. I'll choose anger. And I was like, ooh, nice. And then right at the end, fucking tiny as hell, like 5'4" Maisie Williams is pretty damn scary in that moment.
Oh, they're my faces. Do you like my faces?
I have faces.
I collect the faces.
Would you also like to see my salad fingers?
I must touch this rusty knife. So, are they real faces?
Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, it's never fully clear how her face shifting thing works exactly, if she has to actually have a physical face to do it, or if she can just copy someone she sees. And it's never fully explained, but there's that air of mystery. It's more mysterious than annoying that it's never fully put together. She's basically got a Facebook. Oh yeah, well I got puns covered on this one, man. Sorry, you were saying?
So they are faces that she has pulled off her human body, though.
Presumably?
Yeah, okay. Because, I mean, they kind of looked a little fake in this, and, like, it was just Sansa's shock at the whole thing. It's like, they don't look real, come on.
Yeah, but again, you have to appreciate, it's not like there's costume stores available in this world.
I know, but, I mean, aren't there? I saw a fucking zombie bear. All bets are off.
It's true. That was the other good. Zombie bear, that was just dope.
Yeah, I thought they kind of let down the animation on that one a bit, actually.
A little bit, but we could see what was going on.
Yes.
Unlike, the long night where it was muddy as shit, and apparently that's our fault. This one, it was clear. Even though it's snowy as hell and there's the whole confusion because they can't see what's going on, we, the audience, can.
Yeah.
Sorry, before we leave that last Sansa Arya bit, I did have to write down the words face off.
She took their faces off.
As she faced off with Sansa. It's like a double entendre. Our entendres have doubled.
Oh, there might be an Arya Travolta connection going on here because she's an archer, right? She's going to have plenty of broken arrows, right?
Oh, it's a stretch, but I'll take it. But yeah, Zombie just comes out of nowhere and is all molly and stuff. It's a good bit. It was intense.
Yeah.
This is still when this episode had some hope. Like, I know it's a slow start with all the back and forth chatting, but this was an intense moment, and also it's a good setup for later on when we bring back Zombie Dragon.
Yes. So this is the one thing that's gotten me excited for this episode because last season I saw Daenerys' dragon collection go from 1 to 2, and now I've seen it go from 2 to 3.
Yep.
Oh, she's going to, have 9 dragons by the end of this thing, right?
Surely that's the way it works. Yeah, characters just keep coming back to life for you, man. It's beautiful.
Well, yeah, can't wait to meet all her other dragons.
Who knows how many there could be? 3?
But yeah, that was a cool little nod to Jurassic Park moment at the end when Zombie Dragon is activated.
You have to do the close zoom on the eye and the eye flick open. That's just how you do this. That's visual storytelling. Well, because we have to skip the nudity question. Come on. No John Bum Chovy here. We'll move on to question 4, the violence.
Yes.
We talked about the zombie. Which was set on fire at the end, so I wrote down Bear Grylls.
Fuck, you're on fire today with the puns, man.
So was the bear.
Hey. So another thing with this fight and tying into the White Walker fight is I think there was too much use of close-up to make it sort of seem like they had a handle on this, because you know, I don't want to get all fucking, oh, there's 1 million of them and only 6 of them. How are they possibly winning this fight? You know, because I appreciate like a good artistic use of that, but like kung fu movies especially. But I found the aggressive use of close-up was sort of more conveniently trying to get around it.
Yeah, there's a bit where like they're on the middle of the lake, they're literally surrounded by zombies, and then when they get swarmed because, you know, fucking Hound was throwing rocks at them and was like, oh shit, I just told them the lake was frozen, whoops.
Yeah.
They swarm in, and John at one point yells, fall back! It's like, to where?
Yeah.
You were literally, we did an aerial shot, we know you're surrounded, where are you going?
And no one listened to that, so why did you leave that scene in?
Yeah, it was just, and this is the reason I say this episode really sucks is, first of all, people seem to teleport like crazy. Like, how far away from the wall are they? Because they send Gendry running back on foot, and it feels like he gets there in like an hour, or maybe it's longer. The passage of time is really unclear.
Oh, they apparently were waiting overnight. Yeah, so for the lake to freeze, like, yeah, those dudes have hypothermia. I'm glad they at least killed one of them.
Yeah, that's fair. And that was the one who was mauled by a bear and was bleeding. Fair enough. But yeah, they're like on that. Like, so they send a raven from the wall all the way in the north, all the way down to Dragon's Reach, which is in the south, and then she flies all the way back. I don't know what the time transition is, but you know, we're told it's roughly, I don't know, 12 to 20 hours just sitting there. And just the passage of time there is really unclear. And I said before in last episode, this is the season where they pretty much seem to teleport. Everyone just gets to where they need to be with no time or transition. It's really muddy and really awkward. And we do a whole bunch of that. Yeah, there's the everything is lost moment.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to call this episode. It's the everything is lost moment for this series. Because it's just dumb.
Yeah.
But it's so serious at the same time. It's like, they're nearly napped. Oh, they just got saved.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I had to check again at the timestamp at the end of this to see how long it was. Yeah, 1:10. Like, this could have been a very neat hour episode. Like,
yeah, it's just... and even with that, there's no sense of the passage of time. And it's not great. I was not fully happy with it all.
No.
But in other violence, we get a little White Walker skirmish first, and that one's pretty good. It also establishes that if you kill, one of the generals, everyone he turned is going to be destroyed. That's a nice setup for later.
Yeah, but I didn't find out where they got the box from.
No, I mean, it's just around someplace. I guess they had it back down in Dragon's Reach.
No, not satisfied.
There's a kind of a neat bit where to transport the zombie, they like impale him on one of the dragon's spikes. I was like, that's neat. Do that.
Dragons are really good for, doing the shopping like that. You can really, hang your Enviro bags off those spikes pretty well.
Oh, there's so many of them as well. You just gotta watch how you're turning. You're fine. Gendry runs back to the wall, and then John, who has a horse and gets back to the wall like seconds after everyone else leaves, is like, but surely he would have gotten there fast. How far are they?
Yeah, his uncle, what was his name? Bondi.
Uncle Benjamin, I had it down as, but I could be wrong.
I'm calling him Uncle Bondi because he was swinging around a fire poi. Like,
we'll get to what I called him in a second because I got a trilogy here.
Well, yeah, that's the most clever thing I could come up because he seems like a beachside poi swinging guy.
Yeah, but he just drops in out of fucking nowhere. I mean, I can't. Maybe he's in one of the earlier seasons, but when I saw this bit, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
To be fair, most Game of Thrones fans at least once per episode go, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
But man.
But yeah, we after having the Deus Ex Dragon, and now.
Well, that was my name. So we'll just dive right into this. First, we had Deus Ice Machina, where they just suddenly find a lake in the middle of nowhere that's conveniently frozen.
Yep.
Then we had Dragon Ex Machina, when the dragon swoops in and saves the day. And then the one that's a bit of a reach is Deus Ex Mesa, where the guy just shows up with a mace and maces everybody.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, because technically it's a flail. I mean, sorry, technically it's a flail.
That's not a poi?
Not a poi. But yeah, that's 3 Deus Ex moments in one goddamn episode. And because everything is just rushed and flowed together and people just zap around to wherever they need to be, it ruins so much.
Yeah, I didn't think about the timeline of John getting back either. Like, yeah, that is like way too quick given how long it took. Podrick. Podrick? Who ran?
That was Gendry. So he becomes Lord of Storm's End later.
Forest Gendry, okay.
Okay, nice. Yeah, now Podrick is, I think he's in Winterfell at the moment.
Yeah.
Being all magic cocked and stuff.
Secretly practicing his singing to surprise us later.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, look, I mean, when the dragons showed up as well, I was hoping the battle sequence would kind of improve, but I don't know, really didn't for me.
No, I mean, if it did give you a nice sense of scale of just how many of these White Walkers there are, that was neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that they've been surrounded for like an entire day by this point, it's like surely they're already here, but
yeah, I know. And like, yeah, they're starting to World War Z up the little ledge as well, and
yeah.
And yeah, the dragon just conveniently just skims across Jon's hair.
Yeah, just no like auxiliary heat at all.
No, like, little bald patch for Kit Harington after that.
Which, quite frankly, would have been kind of neat if she saves everyone, but they get singed as fuck for it. That'd be kind of...
Yeah.
Consequences, man. At least tanned.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting, because, like, you get a dragon fire tan. Be like, look pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, a combination of frostbite and burns. You know, these guys should look as fucked up as Houndy.
Yeah, well, it is a song of ice and fire.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
So the thing I did want to talk on is Tyrion is very different in this season compared to the next one, where he's just a little bit more of a putz. He's more, but I believe in the queen, and where he's still himself, and he's wise and he's clever, but he does believe in Daenerys, but he's not a total chump yet. I didn't even realize how much I missed this version of Tyrion. Because he's really great in the final season as the actor is, but the character loses so much.
Right.
And here he's got that authority. He's basically telling her, no, you shouldn't do this. It's a bad idea. Or he even says, I am trying to think like my family, because you need to know you need to know your enemy in order to defeat them. That's what you do. And it's some solid advice. I feel like we get a lot of groundwork for, Dan Brady being the murderous tyrant she becomes here, because she's got
well, yeah, I did notice some little foreshadowing moments because of that. And it's like, heroes do stupid things and kill people, and then they die. And it's like, right.
There we are. Well, she's also got, tell me which war was won without deceit and mass murder. And it's like, yeah, you're going to do some of that later. Yeah.
You do have a temper, milady.
Yeah. He's like, when do I have a temper, you fuck?
Yeah.
Like, nah. I just wanted him to say, like right then. Right. But no, he brings up, when you killed the Tarleys, because those are Sam's parents, Sam's dad and brother, who get mentioned later. And so again, I really feel like that was planned to be a much bigger part in the 8th season, but it wasn't because of reasons, but we'll get on that.
These episodes so far make me hate the 8th season a lot more, just in retrospect.
Yeah, because you can see how many pieces weren't used.
Yeah. And how little it was built up, and also I remember when we watched Dragon number 2 die, how impactless that death was. Yeah. And this one, I'd say that was one of my killer moments. Was when the White Walker fucking eyeballs him and just
freaking ice javelins, and his side explodes into fire like it's pierced some kind of fire sack inside. I don't know how dragons work, but it's heavy.
But yeah, the atmosphere totally drops out of the music and the soundtrack, and everyone around just sort of looks, oh fuck, not a good one.
Yeah, although in a nitpicky kind of way, when he gets that javelin, he throws it not at the one that's sitting on the ground waiting for people to get on top of it, but at the one that's the harder target that's flying around.
Yeah.
So either he's trying to show off, or he doesn't know an easy target where he sees one, or this episode is just full of Deus Ex.
But and another MVP, I gotta say, the Night's King as well is a interesting enemy, that just dead-eyed fuck that just seems to do.
Yeah, that's true. He's lets his actions speak for him. It's like, he could make long-winded speeches about, let's see, Aegon Targaryen got quite a bit quite far on fear, and said his name was like javelin.
Yeah.
You got your speeches, I got my javelins.
Did we hear him talk at all?
I don't think he ever talks at any point ever.
Huh.
Yes.
Yeah, interesting enemy.
And finally, just on Dan Brady's good moments, she's like, you've been thinking about my death quite a lot lately. And it's like, ooh, you are a paranoid psycho, aren't you?
Yeah.
A lot more setup than I originally thought on the way through.
Yeah, it's like you're seeing the pieces of this tower being built, and then just only to have
only after I've seen the Jenga.
Yeah. It really did Jenga in the end.
Really did. But anyway, that was then, this is now, and tomorrow's the future past, whatever.
The future past.
Look, this is a confusing format, but we love it. So I just wrote down, I think the whole bit is just kind of with on the lake is just silly and when it's meant to be suspenseful. I just kind of, it just looks goofy sometimes, and I'm starting to wonder, do these zombies just want hugs?
Yeah.
Because there's a couple of times where they dive on someone, they're not biting, they're clawing, and they're just like, hug.
Yeah, they're saying, but it's because they have no tongues.
Yeah.
What they are thinking is, love me.
Tell me I'm pretty even though I have no skin.
I'm insecure.
It's fair. It's fair.
Oh.
Yeah, poor zombies.
Even zombie need love.
Mm-hmm. Poor guys. And then they also get stabbed a bunch, and John seriously should have died to hypothermia.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh. Why wasn't Flame On Guy, like, at least providing them a little fire sword campfire? How does he have a fuel limit? Like,
yeah, he only does it in the next morning when the dude's dead, and it's like, you couldn't have sparked that up?
Yeah.
Presumably it's infinite. I don't know.
Is it like, a video game or something where he's got magic meter that depletes and he needs to, collect more mana?
Yeah. D&D rules, it's a daily. I don't know, man. I don't know. How does magic work? I don't know.
So that dude as well, that's Eye Patch Dude, right?
Eye Patch Dude, yeah. He eats shit and dies in the long night.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Because, they said, he's died 6 times or something already.
Yep.
Is this a thing? Multiple deaths?
He's like Kenny.
No wonder I had trouble understanding some of the things he said.
No, okay, so the dude who died on the lake of hypothermia was like his priest who kept bringing him back to life.
Right.
So his cleric, actually. There we are, more D&D. Yeah, but now he's gone, so even, the hound even says, "You're on your last life, new." That's my hound, apparently. A little more Irish than I remember.
Well, yeah, I assumed he's just like cat rules in that one.
Yeah, I mean, he keeps getting resurrected because, his god has some purpose for him, which we find out in the long night was to hold a door slightly so Arya could get through. And that's why he brought him back to life 6 times.
Milady? Okay, destiny fulfilled. Bye-bye.
His job was to Milady. I did catch you laughing a little bit when Brienne was all like, "Milady," and you were like...
That was a fucking lady drinking game right there. Like, in one sentence she goes, "Milady, you are the lady." Like, she actually
I am the lady.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
No, I'm the lady, the real slim lady. All you other ladies are just in a... Yeah, so won't the real Milady please stand up?
Boom. Yeah, they're just snickering on that one like, wonder what this is. I bet it's all the ladies.
There was just an egregious amount. Like, I know, they are both ladies in their own right, but they kept reminding each other of that. It was just poorly written. Like,
yeah, we get it. Lady, we're good. Thank you.
I'll go back and count that scene. There were fucking 10 ladies, I guarantee.
I don't doubt it, man. There you go. Okay, new drinking game, ladies.
Yep.
All the drinking ladies.
Drinks of lady.
Yep. Man, I think I am out of notes on this one. I do have one, which is just fuck. After Uncle Benjamin Deus Exes his ass in, but
Yep.
Hey, John freezes to death. I should have. Oh, I said, and now John should freeze to death or be killed to death because he's surrounded and cold. But whatever.
And yeah, he goes underwater for fucking I don't know how long.
Again, passage of time is long in this one.
But yeah, from everything I know from any lake documentary thing is you do not have time when you fall into a frozen lake.
Especially like that kind of atmosphere. Like you've got minutes.
Yeah. Oh, if that flash hypothermia is a thing, it's just and to be submerged and with all that fucking layers, like
I do like when they're undressing him, they pretty much just crack back his layers which are frozen through. But even then, he's like I said, he's still shirtless. It's like, put some blankets on that boy. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah. Not only that, he's been going through on a horse who also should have probably fucking collapsed. I don't know, man. Yeah. My last note really is memes. We have a little bit of The Night is Dark and Full of Terrors. That pops up here and there. The internet likes this slogan, The Night is Dark and Full of Spoilers. But that is all my things, I think. What about you? bear with, blue eyes. I don't know.
Behind bare eyes.
During the scene with Dinklage and Dan Brady, they had this little trade-off going, perhaps.
I did notice that.
I really wanted to sync that up with perhaps. And I'm pretty sure you could do it.
Yeah.
And my only other note was, when, what did I call him before? Houndface.
Sandor Clegane, you had like sardines.
Yeah,
something.
Sardines Klingon. When he's like just pounding the wine, he's like, no, we got to burn the body. And he's like, pours it over. It's like, wine's not going to help burn.
Yeah, maybe it was spirits. We don't know what's in there.
Yeah, true. Okay, whatever.
We'll give him benefit of the doubt, Of everything in this, that bothered me the least.
Yeah.
Man. So my final question, how did we get here?
All right. I think the men just wanted to go for a big, long walk. They were like, those snow-capped mountains, they look very pretty, and we're going to get into golden hour with the sunset soon. So come on, men, let's go for a nice big hike.
I catch that. So everyone's just standing, the women are all standing around going, lady, no, you're a lady. No, I'm a lady. Here, she's a lady. And they're like, come on, let's go ice fishing or some shit. God damn.
All the ladies, all the ladies.
All the ladies. We got there. Nice. All right. Well, I mean, that's. I reckon that's what happens.
Yep.
Let's go check it out next time. Until then, that's been Elliot Jay O'Neill.
Laters.
I've been BT Calloway, and for now, our watch is ended.